running through the streets of Cité Soleil, mowing people down, cutting them up to repress what's left of that resistance movement. I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we can stay up all night talking about this. I mean, synthesized Haiti's revolutionary potential, that 1804 legacy, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, the Malcolm X of Haiti, Toussaint Louverture, the Martin Luther King, if you will, an oversimplification. Haiti's revolutionary potential, all of the world, all oppressed people have an incredible historical debt to Haiti. But every time Haiti's tried to rise up, 1991, Jean-Bertrand Aristide, the people's priest, TTT, the Church of the Poor, 2004, same thing. They overthrow Aristide. All of a sudden, the U.S. Embassy intervenes. U.S. boots on the ground, United Nations as a fig leaf for U.S. occupation. So I think the first thing we have to do to be in solidarity with the Haitian people is to review history and to understand what's happening. Haiti does not need missionaries. Shout out to all my Mormon peeps, but Haiti does not need Mormons. They need reparations. They need justice. So I think Haiti is that perfect example of solidarity, not charity. I read a statistic at some point, probably you or Ben wrote it, something about, Haiti had one of the highest proportions of NGOs and nonprofits to their population. And what does that bring? That brings more misery. Basically, Malcolm X has that quote, more dependency. Malcolm X has that quote, we don't want your crumbs, we want a bakery in which to make our own bread.
Right, and we saw what the Clinton Foundation did down there. We saw what Wyclef did there. It was just it's basically using the country as a tableau of suffering in order to extract donations from the imperial core and just run a racket. And it feels like a really good example to present to these people who you were talking about before within the left, or what passes for the left in the U.S., who get on board with regime change operations on the basis of, humanitarian, human rights interests, or criticize constantly Venezuela. All the articles you see in Jacobin by Trotskyist authors, it's always like let's be real. Let's tell the truth. We must acknowledge the truth about Venezuela. And it's that ultra left line. Let's tell the truth about Aristide. That would have been in a Jacobin article if he